Well, hello. You recognize me? This is John Kuert, pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. And it's Halloween. And everybody puts a little mask on. And so I thought I would as well. Welcome. Yes, Halloween is a very controversial issue that every Christian is forced to deal with every year at the end of October. Our country's streets and sidewalks are filled with young people, young boys and girls that have one thing and one thing only in mind: candy. Many children dress up as their favorite cartoon or Disney character or their favorite animal or pirate or princess, police officer, fireman, whatever, one of their many heroes. I grew up in a family that saw no harm in dressing up for Halloween or going trick or treating. We even used to have costume parties and we would bob for apples and play other kinds of games. Our family enjoyed Halloween, and my parents encouraged our creativity by letting us choose or make our own costumes. We didn't practice Halloween as a part of a cult, nor did we think of it as some evil holiday, but rather we had a good Christian time with each other and our friends. We saw it as a time of fellowship and good cheer. Therefore, I don't see anything inherently evil with trick or treating or bobbing for apples if it's done in a way that brings honor to God and not to Satan. And every year the same issue arises, and every year it's dealt with in nearly the same fashion. Many ignore the issue completely and turn their lights out, lock their doors, pretend they're not at home. But as a pastor and a parent, you can only ignore the issue for a short time, and then it surfaces to the point where you cannot ignore it any longer. Many people believe that it's wrong to participate in Halloween in any way, shape, or form. But the truth of the matter is that we are Christians and we have nothing to fear from Halloween because it's just a day. But it is a day that we must be aware of and not run from. And so use it in a creative way to reach out to your neighbors. You can put a Gospel of John along with the candy. Make it the best candy bar that you possibly can have, and then they won't be mad at you for giving a tract or a Gospel of John. But there's all kinds of ways that you can use it to promote your belief in God and Jesus. But here's the thing that I'd like us to just for a minute here focus on. What's far worse than that is the fact that many people, Christians, wear masks. They're not real. They're not, genuine. And they go around. Sometimes they're superficial Christians, and sometimes they're phonies, or they're just not real. And I think that is far worse than anything that has to do with Halloween. That the fact that many put on this facade, or sometimes they just come off as super spiritual or something like that. So I think what is better to focus on as we come to Halloween again this year is that let's take the masks off. I'm talking about spiritually speaking. Let's be real. Let's be honest with people. And let's allow Jesus Christ to shine through our lives year round. Not just at a certain time of the year, like at Thanksgiving time or at Christmas time or Easter time, but to take the masks off, to be real, to love people, to care for people, to be genuine. I think that is much more important than emphasizing the negative and being kind of super spiritual and coming off as, well, we cannot participate in Halloween. A much more much greater truth or that we can deal with is that we will be genuine, honest, open as real people, as real Christians, and sharing our lives in a way where we don't put masks on, we don't try to be super spiritual or anything like that. We just love the Lord with all our hearts, love our neighbors as ourselves. Those are the first two commandments Jesus said. And I think if we do that, we'll be pleasing to the Lord. Well, thanks for joining me for another kind of unusual heart-to-heart talk. Thanks for stopping by. I hope that this ministers to you today, and I hope that you will have a great evening of fun. And also, as we get into November now, I hope that you will have a wonderful month, being thankful for all that God has done for you. He's blessed us all so very, very much. And let's continue to pray for our country because we are in a bad way right now. And let's just really seek God with all of our hearts. And Lord willing, we'll see you at church one of these Sundays, Alpha Assembly. That's where I am the interim pastor and have been for 2.5 years. So we have a great church, and I hope that you'll discover that for yourself. Discover the difference at Alpha Assembly. That's kind of catchy, isn't it? Well, God bless. Have a great day, Lord willing. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.